Hey, what's going on? It's Michael, San Diego Skateboard Longboard Race Club. Today's clip is going to be about a great board for people that are just getting into free riding. Maybe you've been doing some distance and you want a board, you want to upgrade a board to be able to do a little free riding. You've had the issue of running into some hills and your decks, you're scrubbing your heels and your toes as you're trying to make carves, and kind of frustrating, and then you try to fix it with some bushings and then you can't turn the board. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about hooking up a board that is stable like a Cadillac, nice suspension, but at the same time it turns like a speedboat. And I'm starting this clip out with a little beginner tip. I've been meaning to do this and I keep avoiding it. What I want to share real briefly is one of the first things that beginners do to hurt themselves is that when they go up a curb or a transition like I'm showing right here, they'll be heavy on their back foot and the wheel will stick and they'll go and do a Superman. So I just wanted to give you a quick heads up for the beginners out there that when you're coming up to a section like this, I'll mimic it. You lighten the front foot a little bit, but as your back wheel gets close to right there, you want to unload the back. All right, so anyway, you've been warned. Now moving along, this is a Sector 9 board that I've modified. I really like this deck because it was a 9-ply. It started out originally as just a top mount with a small micro drop, but it has I was able to put the trucks where I wanted by converting it into a drop through. So after the conversion, I like a 31-inch wheelbase that's inside truck to inside truck mount. I don't know if I showed that properly. Right there to here. That is like an industry standard. You'll notice that there are some risers here. I've brought the trucks up as high as I can get away with. I don't want the deck so low that my heels scrub the ground or my toes scrub the ground when I'm doing brake checks going down hills. But it has about 5 degrees of wedge. I'm going to show you these right here. And I bought these at Funbox Distributors. Funbox, as obviously how it's spelled, dist.com, I think. They sell these parts. And then what I've done, I'll try to come over here, is I've cut 2 pieces out and then they go out on the side. Of course, some stuff in the middle is the trash. And what that has allowed me to do is change the degree of the Gullwing Charger 2s to a 45 degree. And I wanted to take a little bit of the twitchiness out because I'm real selective on my bushings. I like to have just be able to carve and dodge things. Yeah, the other thing I want to briefly mention is check for wheel bite. You tap the board out heel side, tap the board out toe side. This is another feature you want to look for if you're just picking out a board, is when you're locked in to the deck, your heel doesn't hit the wheels when you're carving, or it doesn't hit your toes when you're carving. When you find a board that your foot can easily tag the wheel, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And again, what makes this board really nice for beginners is you don't have to look down at your feet. You're kind of locked into a pocket. This is about 26.5-inch, 9.5-inch wide deck. You can tell the ride height by looking at the wheels right here. My hand almost goes flat across, but because it is a micro drop, if you overshoot the board or you bring your foot back on the board, you can tell that my foot doesn't hit the wheel, which makes it great for LDP. These are 76mm wheels on here, a 78 Duro. I like I don't like going with harder duros that's more bouncy for distance. 78 has a nice resistance to it when I break out into slides and checks. Anyway, I think that covers it. Let me do a quick little demo of the board. Traffic is getting a little busier. Trying to talk above the noise. Yeah, I love how this board turns really fast. Excellent ride height. I'm waiting for that truck to speed up a little bit. Let me do a few kicks, get this thing going. It so happens today we got a nice headwind. Ready to blow my hat off. The car behind me. Can't really turn with cars coming everywhere. Turns really nice, smooth, good resistance. I tested it on some streets earlier today for brake checks. Coming around, not too savvy with doing a brake check with my camera. Little speed bump there, well, not divider bump. Checking for cars and traffic. Anyhow, you get the picture. The board carves really well, turns really well. This is one of the designs that I make for people. I don't sell completes, I sell decks, or I help people with modifying their decks. And I'm always usually available for advice if I'm not backpacking in the mountains. So you can get a hold of me through my ministry website, JesusRulesMinistry.com, or my Facebook page, Michael Lanigent, or through the meetup group in San Diego, which is the San Diego Skateboard Longboard Race Club. And like I said, you're welcome to demo something that well, this board in particular, through our meetup events. When we do an event, you can contact me. I'll bring the board out for you to ride. If you would like to modify your board, I'll give you the practicality of it, whether I think it'll fit the dimensions, and of course we have to weigh in your weight and your style and your experience and everything like that. But anyhow, I hope there's some information here that you can use. If you have one aspect of the mod that you need help with, whether it's converting it to drop through or coming down here and you need some help with I use a nice big belt sander to clean these out, so I'm changing this. And I also, it's really important where the wheelbase is, and I have a lot of these wedges, so if you're in town and you just need some wedges, I can sell you those pretty easy. For parts, I pretty much have some hookups, but it takes me a week to get what you would need. So I basically let you try the board, show you what works on it, and I have this little clinic I do as well. If you wanted to try 4 or 5 different brands of trucks on it, we can factor that in for a small cost. But my main thing is just sharing what God has blessed me with. I'm healthy, 57 years old, I'm a survivor, and I love skateboarding, and just want to hope to be able to help a few people, and it just gives me a smile. So thumbs up on that. Peace. Definitely. God bless you, and thanks for checking in. I'm out of here. See ya.